Hello and welcome, traders. I'm Valentine, your host, and today we have an insightful discussion brought to you by ForexPropFirm.com. In today's episode, we have the privilege of diving into the minds of experienced traders as they share their strategies, insights, and journeys in the world of trading. Whether you're a seasoned trader looking to refine your skills or a newcomer eager to learn, you're in the right place. So, grab your notebooks and get ready to take notes because we're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of trading excellence right here on ForexPropFirm.com. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's turn our attention to our esteemed guest for today, Timo. Timo is not only a seasoned trader, but also a standout member of our trading community here at ForexPropFirm.com. Timo has a 50K funded account. Today, he is here to share his secrets with us. Get ready to learn from someone who's really done it. So, let's give a warm welcome to Timo. Timo, please introduce yourself to our community.
Good day, everyone. My name is Timo, or you can say Kevin Too Good. I'm a Namibian trader. I'm actually a day trader, most importantly, a fundamentals trader. I've been trading Forex since the year Corona started, which was in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Ever since I started reading about Forex and checking YouTube tutorials and all about getting into depths of Forex, I never looked back, and today I'm one of the funded traders under my Forex prop firm.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. As you mentioned, you are a fundamentals trader, right? And what would you describe yourself? Is it day trading style or is it like intraday?
I would say day trading, because for me, it all depends on what type of news is being released. It's either I decide to trade. I mean, obviously, every day we definitely have news being released up and down, either in the Tokyo session, New York session, or the London session. So it's up to me to see what I'm comfortable trading that day. If I want to trade the New York session or the Tokyo or the London session. So I'd say it's day trading because I'm always on my charts every day. It doesn't matter how much I make that day. Remember, a little $100 or $200 is still money at the end of the day. If you end up compounding that amount of money, it will still be helpful in your life in any way.
Okay, nice. Is there any specific pairs you're trading or and focusing on?
When it actually a favorite pairs, so when it comes to USD pairs, I normally focus on GBP USD or or USD JPY. And when
Okay.
it comes to Canadian pairs, it's only JPY. And then when it's AUD pairs, it's either AUD USD or AUD JPY. So I mostly focus on those. I stay away from indices and cryptos. I'm not really a fan of cryptos, but I've been monitoring them, how they work and how they move. So I don't have anything against them. It's just that they're not my favorite pairs to go to and all that. Even though
Okay.
they run 7.
Yeah, but I think that's definitely fine because you really don't need to do every kind of thing that's out there. You know, you really don't need to trade Forex and crypto. And if you have your pairs, that's completely fine to just stick to them. And can
Yeah,
you tell us a little bit
because
how you're managing or how you're approaching the market and what your typical analysis looks like?
so I focus on my trading plan. So instead of having daily targets, I actually have weekly targets. Why? Because when you have daily targets, it pushes you to risk more, because obviously you'll be wanting to risk more in order to reach a certain target.
Hmm.
Because let me say my daily target was set to be 1000, and then I end up making maybe 500 that day. Of course, I'll be tempted to enter the market when you don't even have a proper setup. You'll be tempted to enter the market and risk just because you want to reach that certain target. So for me, I have weekly targets, and
Hmm.
I don't trade on Mondays. I trade only Tuesdays to Fridays. Why do I trade on Mondays? It's because I try to study the market, because obviously it's a new week. It's a new week. I want to monitor everything, what's happening in the market, what are the changes, what did the market decide to do in that what direction is it taking? What direction is it taking based on the, since I'm a financial trader, what direction is it taking, and in which direction is it taking, and where are my key areas, so that I know when I happen to get a new signal, I know which direction or where to find my entry levels and how much to risk for that certain type of trade.
Okay. So you're only trading Tuesday to Friday, right?
Tuesdays to Friday, and if there's no news during that week, I stay off the market. That's how I respect my strategy. I respect the way that I trade. If there's no news, there's no trading for me. I'm not gonna. It's not that I don't know how to trade technicals and other form of strategies. It's just that when it comes to let me give you an example of technical analysis. You People believe, there's a lot of traders. I mean, they like they say, trade what you see. I understand the concept of that and the rule of that. I mean, everyone has their different way of approaching their entries and all that. But as for me, when I'm trading technicals, there's a lot of things that I have to focus on, like the main five or six confirmations that I have to confirm. I have to confirm that, okay, let me, for instance, if I'm looking for a sell entry, this is a sell entry example. I have to wait for the market to either go into a resistance level. Once it goes into that resistance level, that's my first confirmation, and then I have to wait for the second confirmation, which is a candlestick confirmation, and then comes the third confirmation, which is gonna be a change of character, and then my fourth confirmation, which is gonna be a break of structure, and then my fifth confirmation will be a certain pattern. And remember, if you don't have patience, you end up taking risk, and I don't like risking, especially that I'm grateful for the opportunity that I got from companies like this prop firm and other prop firms. I mean, this is the good thing about prop firms. So for me, I'm not trying to take an advantage of that. I'm grateful for that opportunity, so I'm not trying to risk the company's funds. So I have all that patience, to the patience to wait for all my confirmations, and then I'll take my trade. And remember, when you're trading technicals, it's not always that the market will come at your entry, and sometimes the market might come at your entry when you are probably asleep or away from your charts. So that's why I prefer fundamentals. So I mean, the news already gives you a certain time when the news is gonna be released. So for me, before I sleep, if I notice that my calendar says we have GBP news tomorrow at 9 in the morning, so all I have to do is analyze my favorite GBP pair. I'll see in what direction it might take off, and then once I wake up and then check my news release updates, then I'll know that, okay, my this is what my news confirmation said, so this is where I'm looking to enter and all that, and this is my exit area. So that's simple. I don't have to waste my time being on charts 24/7, or having to stress about having to wait for my five confirmations and all that. And sometimes it's always luck that the market might go into your resistance and then it decides to fall, or it might go into support, decides to rise without having to go through other five confirmations or four confirmations. But for me, I respect my confirmations. So no confirmations, no entry. That's why if you go through my account, the ones that I passed and got funded with, there's no losses, there's no single loss, there's no losses in them. It's all patience and news and fundamental strategy. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, really nice. So you don't really focus on a specific session. You're only looking for a news release and you're going to trade that session, right?
Yeah, mostly Tokyo session is my favorite session, and then comes London session. So if I happen to make money in the Tokyo session, I stay away from the market. Like I'm appreciative of what I make from the market. It doesn't. I don't like being greedy. I used to be greedy in the past, and it costed me a lot, which I grew out of that. So I'm grateful for whatever I make in a certain session. If I make money in the Tokyo session, then I'm gonna ignore the rest. If I'm gonna make money in the London session, I ignore the rest. If it's
Yeah.
New York session, ignore the rest.
Yeah, that's a really good decision because I myself, when I started trading, I was focusing on London session and New York session. I traded London session, and if I had a win there, I was a little bit overconfident and I was thinking about taking another trade during New York to even increase the the money I made. But after having a win in London, most of the times I lost during New York. And after that, I was a little bit pissed off because I made money during London. And if I would have stopped trading, I would have made the money till the end of the week most of the times. So I structured my trading plan a little bit different. I'm only focusing on New York sessions 2 times of the week, most of the times Wednesdays and Thursdays. Then I'm going
Mhm.
to risk something. And if I just get 2 losses for the week, I'm done as well. I don't need to put myself out of the drawdown for the week if I know I'm going to be profitable over the month, if you know what I mean. If I
Mm.
do like 2 losses for one week, I know I'm going to be profitable the next week. One trade is enough for me. If I make 3% with one trade, I'm going to get myself out of the drawdown that I made the week prior to it. So I learned to not to reduce the risk, reduce the exposure of trading and the amount of trades I'm taking to make more money by doing that. Because if
Yeah.
I focused on less trades, the quality of the trades were higher, if you know what I mean. So my strike rate went up, and at the end of the month, I made more profit than risking more. And my psychology was a little bit better, if you know what I mean. Because if you trade less, you don't need so much mental capital and so much mental space because
Yeah.
trading is stressful as well. And if you put yourself under risk every time or every session, there is so much mental capital you need to put into the markets that I'm always like burned out at the end of the week, if you know what I mean. And if I focus on 2 sessions per week, I'm just yeah, I can go on and do other stuff in my life and I'm completely fine because I don't want to be a slave to the markets, if you know what I mean. Because
Mm.
all of us we trade for freedom and we don't want to put ourselves in front of screens all day. So just go out and
Yeah.
focus on other things. So I really like your approach about that.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. They say all you need is basically just one pair, one strategy, and one pattern to reach your goal within a week or a month. That's it. You don't need to be on your screens every day or
yeah,
anything to one. And there's a lot of temptations everywhere. You might see your friend is making this amount of money in a day or within an hour. I always
yeah,
tell my students, I run an academy, I always tell my students, you should ignore the outside world. Focus on what you want.
yeah,
Focus on your goals, focus on your trading plan. Because the moment you get tempted and then you bring the outside energy into your life, you might end up depressed, you might end up taking a risk that you can't afford to lose and all that. It's just a lot. So all you need to practice over that one strategy, go through it, practice it, test it. Like it's everything. I know everything is automated, but you'll find there's a breakthrough somewhere within those patterns. If you just focus on that one pattern and one pair, you'll
yeah.
see a lot of changes in life.
Yeah, of course. And as you said, you really don't need to compare your life to something other. If I compare my life or my trading journey with your trading journey, it's completely different because you
Very.
could be in chapter 5 while I'm only in chapter 2. You can make more money than me because you're a little bit far ahead. But most of the people just are comparing themselves with other traders that I don't know, put even more time or even more years into studying the market. So they are farther ahead in their journey than these other traders are. And that was a big thing for me to just focus on myself. I really don't need to focus on other persons. I just am going to collect, as I said, motivation, but I don't really need to focus on the journey of some other people, because at the end of the day, your journey matters. Only your journey matters to yourself. So you need to not care about other people. I will put it like this. Let's talk a little bit about risk management and psychology. How do you approach risk yourself?
Like I said, I respect the prop firm for their opportunity, and I respect their funds. For me, my risk management is basically not more than a percent of the total account. As I also just use my lot size that I use is basically 0.22, nothing more than that. Why I choose that 0.22, I feel like 22 is my lucky number, and that's the day I was born. So I basically just use five positions. That's it. If I see that there's an advantage, if my strategy allows me to add more positions, then I'll try to add 2 positions. So not more than 5 or 7 entries per trade.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's my risk management. Doesn't matter if I see that okay, this setup has like a lot of confirmations for me to probably make a lot of money from it. I respect my favorite lot size and the number of positions that I enter. So that's it.
Yeah, of course. Nice.
Mm.
How much trades do you take per week on an average?
Per week, if I'm let's say if I'm trading Tuesday to Friday, if I'm trading all those days, so I think not more than 25 trades, not more than 25 trades.
Okay. So, how do you manage emotions and maintain discipline during both winning and losing trades?
For me, if I'm winning, obviously if you are winning, you feel happy and all that. But with losses, I came to the point that I accept losses as they are. One thing I've learned through losses, if you set a stop loss, you should avoid adjusting that stop loss. Because the more you continue adjusting the stop loss, the more you have that inner voice telling you you should keep on continuing adjusting, because basically it's gonna make a strong reversal or something like that. Because where your first stop loss was set, you could have probably lost, let me say, $100, but the more you keep on adjusting, you end up losing close to $500. So for me, when I take a loss, I accept that loss as it is, and then I go back to the charts and see what went wrong with that entry and go through everything. Because I go through my charts every day except on Sundays is a resting day for me and my academy. So Sundays I rest. Monday to Saturday I go through my charts. It doesn't matter if I got that signal right. I still love and enjoy going through it, because I take forex as a job
Yeah.
myself. Because I've made money that our government is not even willing to pay some of its workers. Not that I
Mhm.
have anything against our government or anything, but it's just that forex made most of my goals come true in a shorter period of time, and in a way that I didn't even know that it was gonna happen or anything. Because when I started hearing about forex, I thought I was one of those people that would call forex scam, until I made my first withdrawal. The moment I
Mhm.
saw that, I was okay, I'm not gonna give up on this. If I can make this within a day, and then I draw up my trading plan and all that, I can make a lot of things happen. And until prop firms came, prop firms make things more it prop firms have more advantages than
Of course, yeah.
having to use any normal broker. Because with a prop firm, you pay a certain amount, which is little, and then you get an advantage built on that amount that you purchased your account on. While if you are using a regular broker, whatever you deposit, that's what you are risking.
Yeah.
You are risking that whole amount. With ForexPropFirm, that deposit it's just like, it's a simple thing because you have a bigger advantage right there. Imagine you are paying for a 25k account from money little as 200 US dollars, and you have an advantage of having to avoid going daily drawdowns of 3,000 or 2,000, and that's an advantage of a full 2,800.
Yeah, of course. I think prop firms made it a lot more easy because you are going to reduce the amount of pressure you put on yourself while trading with prop firms, because a personal account always is measured by, or I can speak for myself, I measured my personal account always in the hours I need to work for a normal job to fund this account, if you know what I mean. If I'm trading my personal account and I'm losing, like, let's say $500, I always thought about how long do I need to work normal hours to make this kind of money. And with prop firms, the approach is a lot more different for me because I can just detach myself from the outcome I'm making. And I really don't focus on the money I make because I could care less about the money. Because my approach is like this: when I open up a trade, I just accept that the trade is going to have an outcome, not more and not less. The outcome could either be a winner, it could be a break even, or it could be a stop loss hit. But at the end of the day, if you focus on an outcome and not if it's a winner or a loser, I'm able to detach myself and I got a psychological advantage, if you know what I mean. And that's a lot more easy for me doing that with prop firms than trading my own money. Let's go a little bit into successes and achievements for yourself. So what are some of your most significant trading successes or achievements?
I treat Forex as a form of investment. So the money that I make from Forex, I try to put it into my goals and investments actually. So I have a logistics company. I'm yet to open a butchery in my town, which was supposed to be this month, but I had delays or some stuff. So basically, somewhere next month I'm good to go. I got a car from Forex. I've helped my family with Forex funds, so that's I call that a success because I've made things that I was able to reach those goals without having to look for a job, but instead I got all this from Forex.
Yeah, you can
Instead of
definitely call this.
instead of looking for a job to get a salary, I took Forex as my career, and the little that I've been making from it and the more I've been making from it, I pumped it up into something useful and something that is able to help me and my family.
Yeah, that's definitely a success. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Okay, what advice would you give to aspiring traders who are just starting out with trading?
My advice is you shouldn't give up on Forex. Like I said, they should be used to losses. There's no trader out there that doesn't make a loss. You can go a full month without taking any loss or making any losses, but you can the following month can be a very bad month for you. So you should accept that there's losses in Forex, there's profits in Forex, and there's a lot that comes with that. So and one thing also, you should be humble, especially when you are winning. Be humble, don't change, be the way you are. Respect the if you are using Forex prop firms, respect the Forex prop firms rules. Don't try to trade your own rules, and then when you are disqualified or anything, you end up spreading rumors that these kind of prop firms scams or anything, while you don't want to follow the rules. I don't understand why some people don't like following their rules, especially when someone is trying to help you. The prop firm is there to help you, but instead you are going against their rules, and at the end of that, again, you are going to spread rumors about them. So it doesn't make sense. So if you are starting to be a forex trader, I think you should start with forex prop firms also. Testing the testing phase, the passing phases and all that, that's one of the difficult things to do, because there's a lot of things that run through your mind. There's you have your time. Thank God now a lot of prop firms don't have time limits, so there's a lot of things that runs through your mind. You wanna pass your account, you wanna get funded and all that, so you should have patience. When I started trading, my first account that I lost it because I was impatient, actually, because I wanted to get funded that quick. And then I drew up a plan that, okay, if this is a 25,000K account, we have 17 days, we have 17 trading days in a month. Let me try and pass an account within this month. I don't need to rush or anything. So have a trading plan. So my trading plan for that was like, okay, 17 days, and the target to reach this phase 1 and phase 2 in total was gonna be 3,250. So I'm gonna take that 3,250 and divide it to 17 days. So that gave me, I think, dollars per day or something like that. And then I was like, okay, I mean, it's this a low target. I can definitely reach that target within a day. So let me try and follow this plan. So that's what I advise people to do. It's better to have that type of trading plan. You can even do it for 2 months. You can set your rules to that way. I think that way will help a lot of traders. It's just I don't know how to get it out there to a lot of people, because I see a lot of people are struggling. They tell you, no, they made this amount of money in a day, they made 1,000. Next day you hear the person, no, they breached their account. It's because they lack patience. You make this amount of money, you want to make this, but if you have that type of mentality and all that, everything will go well for you. You can make a lot of money within a month. If you have 2 accounts, that will be better, because remember, like I said, the testing phase is one of the difficult things, but if you get funded, it will be the best moment of your life. Because if you have 2 accounts, trust me, you can compound both accounts. You can decide, okay, let me make 100 each on this account. So that's already $200 if you put them together. I mean, it's both your accounts. So target 100 on each, 100 on each, 100 on each. That's one quicker way of having to make 1,000 a week or 2,000 a week on both accounts if you're targeting that amount of money in a day. So you just have to treat forex as a business, not as a get rich quickly scheme or something like that. So treat it as your job. If you have that patient to work 30 days or 31 days a month in order to get a salary, why can't you put the same values into forex that you can be able to get paid after 15 days of successfully trading?
Yeah, perfect. So thank you so much, Timo, for sharing your valuable insights and experiences with us today. And to our viewers, if you found this interview helpful and informative, be sure to check out more content like this on the ForexPropFirm.com YouTube channel. Once again, thank you, Timo, and thank you to all of our viewers for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest interviews and trading insights. Until next time, happy trading!